Ooh. Ooh. So, hello and good day. Hello and good day. I'm going to say the background might be a little loud, but understand that literally I'm here to talk about important stuff. So, just ignore that. Okay. So, I wanted to go ahead and talk to you guys about third eye awakening, third eye opening, and spiritual awakenings. I feel like I am definitely going through both of them right now. And I kind of just wanted to talk about like the symptoms, okay? Just in case some people think that they're crazy or whatnot. And due to YouTube, I'm gonna say go check with a doctor first. It's very loud outside because I live next to a busy street. There's literally yeah, I live next to a busy street. And I'm in New York City now, so very thirsty. That is one of the signs, the symptoms. So I just wanted to talk about, the symptoms and stuff like that, guys. If you're new here, hi, I'm Chantel. I do spiritual life coaching. I talk about spirituality. I do tarot. So number one, since we even started with tarot, I feel like one of the biggest things when it comes to spiritual awakening is your need for divination. A lot of you guys might be drawn to pendulums, rods, and tarot. And there's other ways too. I think they have like keys where you throw a bunch of keys and then you decipher whether yes or no. Ouija boards. You guys are just more connected to communicating with things or people in the spiritual realm. So I wanted to start with the spiritual awakening. Okay, I feel like for most people, okay, this doesn't have to resonate, but for most people, a spiritual awakening happens after a major loss. Now this loss could be something as simple as maybe a job, but you find it to be so major. It could be something as losing a relationship, but you find it to be so major. Or sometimes you don't even care, but for the most part, it's like after losing something, after going through a breakup. It's like the dark night of the soul. And during this time, it's like your body, from all that shock and trauma, your body is forced into an awakening. During this time, you would probably see like a lot. You might feel crazy. We'll start with that. You might feel crazy because you might be seeing things from the side, the shadow people from the side, seeing different colors, hearing frequencies, tapping into different frequencies that makes you hear stuff. Like you might have like a little bit of tinnitus. You can also sense a lot via dreams. Okay, these dreams are very intense. They could even go all the way to the part where you might even tap into astral projection. Okay, lucid dreaming is one of them, but then astral projection is like a major one. So far in this awakening, I have not astral projected, but my first few ones, I did all the time. And it's okay if you don't, because I haven't this time. But my dreams have been intense, guys. I've even gone to the underworld when it comes to, I forgot the name of it, but when it comes to Greek mythology, Hades, where Hades is, and those 3 massive dogs, I've seen it, but they were protecting me actually. Lots of noises, lots of distractions. I kid you not. I'm not even joking. It's been quiet all day. It's been quiet all day. It's like the Matrix wants people the old frequency wants people to feel as though they're crazy. They also don't want the They don't want the information to come out. But we're going to continue and break through this. Continue and break through this. Now, the next thing would be leaving a lot of people, separating from friends, jobs, separating from family. Now, what I will say for these tips, since I've gone through many and you will go through a lot, it's okay to separate, but don't just cut people off. Not yet, until you're done through this transition. But I would say try to hold it off as best as you can. Sometimes some people really have to be cut off, but just try to hold it off, because I've gone through so many awakenings. Like, not so many, but maybe 3 or 4. The next thing I would say is you're seeing signs literally everywhere. The signs are there. The signs are literally there. Angel numbers, synchronicities, deja vu. You're constantly feeling all those things. Okay, vivid symbolic dreams are basically ways that the universe communicates to us. Seeing flashes as well. Now, the reason why you're going through all this is because your soul is tapping into a higher level of frequency and a higher level of evolution. This is evolution for your soul. This is evolution for your body. This is evolution for everything. So during this spiritual awakening, you could also be you sleep too much. For me right now, it is the opposite. I went to sleep last night. I forced myself to go to sleep at 4:57, so technically 5. I forced myself because I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't stay up all night. I was just researching. During your spiritual awakening, you do a lot of research. Okay? The next thing is, you could sleep a lot. The next thing is not eating a lot. Guys, I'm happy for myself because although I am going through a spiritual awakening, I am still tapped into, the mundane, basic shit of life. So because of that, it's like skinny is in. And I've been losing weight because I haven't been eating like crazy. I haven't been. I just haven't been drawn to food as much. I've been drawn to bettering my health. I started eating cloves, which is crazy, but not too much, because I know it's bad for if you eat too much, it's bad for your blood, it clots you. But I've been eating cloves like maybe once every day. And then garlic, literally eating raw garlic. I'm not saying that you have to do this, but it's like my mind just really wanted my body to have an environment that can produce clarity. When you have all these toxins in your body, it's hard for you to have like more clarity. So when you're going through a spiritual awakening, it's like your body kind of forces you to stop eating junk. Your body kind of forces you to stop drinking, to stop doing drugs. Okay. And this is for me at least. It's like I don't feel the need to drink. I don't feel the need to drink. I don't feel the need to smoke. I don't feel the need to pop anything, guys, like at all. It's like I don't even want to, because it's like there's so much messages coming to me at this time that I want to be here. I want to be prompt. I don't want a spirit to enter my body, because believe it or not, when you drink, depending on how strong you are or weak, but it's a gateway for spirits to enter your body. And I'm talking about alcohol. I'm not talking about recreational drugs such as, I'm talking about just alcohol and other substances that are not used for spiritual enlightenment. They're access for the periods. And in my previous awakenings, there have been times where I wasn't sober, and this made things a lot worse. The paranoia, the fear was worse because I wasn't grounded. So because of that, I feel like I've learned from my first ones, because my first ones, like I said, I wasn't so I've learned, and my body's like, okay, let's get rid of all the toxins, all the heavy metals, drink water. And yeah, That's literally like the first one. Another thing is, for me at least, in this awakening, and let me tell you, that's the thing of polarity. As human beings in this reality, we are kind of tied to, we're not. I feel like spiritual awakening will help us realize that we're not, but our physical bodies are tied to polarity here. Good, bad, tired, alert, awake. So you guys just might be feeling extremes of polarity. You're eating too much, you're eating a little bit. You have a lot of energy, you don't. So for me at least, right now, instead of my first time during my spiritual awakening where I was crazy and paranoid, I was so scared. This time around, I have a lot of peace and understanding and calm. It makes me so much happier because last time it was not comfortable for me. But this time I feel peace, I feel calm. I will say a little earlier, during because I'm still going through the spiritual awakening. In the beginning, I was angry, I was frustrated, I was so low. But I think I'm getting past that. I'm going through the ease part of the spiritual awakening. So in the beginning of your spiritual awakening, you are frustrated because you don't know what's going on. But once you find out what's going on, once you realize what's going on, once your brain starts putting two and two together, it's like you have peace, calmness. I have this candle, the switch candle, that just keeps going out for whatever reason. You know, it's annoying. And you know what? I was going to talk about the third eye awakening, but you know what? I'll talk about it here. Okay, this is meant for people who want to learn, people who actually care to do their research and listen. So I'll continue this. This is not about like views and stuff like that. This is meant for the people who are going through this shit. I am putting into the universe, I'm putting into this video that this video reaches the people who need it, the people who are stuck right now, they're fearful, and they need this message. Okay, now let's tap into the third eye awakening. Now, sometimes I feel like the glamorization of spiritual awakening, a lot of times the third eye opening does not happen when it comes to other people. It's a one thing. So it's like you do the spiritual awakening and then maybe you'll do the third eye opening. Or you do the third eye opening and then you do the spiritual awakening. But for some people, this is not like the glamour type of spiritual awakening. You also have the third eye opening. Let's get into that. Third eye opening. First thing we're going to talk about is headaches. Oh my gosh. So right now I have headaches. And I have a pressure right here. Okay, and sometimes like my face, it'll have like weird sensations. So with the third eye opening, yes, lots of pressure on my head. Yeah, my head was hurting really, really bad in the beginning though. It was, and finally it's like less. Okay, so with the third eye opening, that's one of the things. Shadow people is most important. Oh my gosh, yesterday I was kind of like tripping. I'm like, oh, 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 oh. But I'm like, it's the third eye opening again. Another thing is seeing people for what they truly are. I realized that I do have like a lot of monitoring spirits as friends. And even as family members. I do. And it's not that I want to get rid of them because I feel like some of them don't even know that they are. And they still provide, goodness. I feel like my first spiritual awakening, I probably would have been scared. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm done. But I know that they can't harm me. Okay? So I see people for who they are. I see like their true auras. I see their true intentions. It's like I could read their minds. I understand what's happening before it happens. Okay, and I'm able to change the future. I had a dream a few nights ago that I had hypertension. I take my blood pressure the next day in the morning. He told me I have hypertension. I need to stop eating horribly. Otherwise, I'm gonna die. So I take my blood pressure, 138. 138 over 97. 138 over 97. I was like, and this is the beginning of my third eye opening. I'm like, ooh, okay. So let's go ahead and fix that. And I did. So I'm still alive because, you know, I fixed that really quickly. And I didn't even go to the hospital because I didn't have to. I just had to, you know, heal myself, focus myself, heal myself. The next thing would be sensitivity to light and colors. Guys, when I woke up today, my eyes was hurting. And I'm not even gonna lie, my eyes still feel a little weird. Okay, I have a lot of sensitivity to light and color, even loud noises. It's like I'm a vampire. It's not it. You ever hear, oh yes. So vampires, if you see TVD, when someone is a new vampire, they want to eat a lot. They're very hungry. Okay, that's not me. But on top of that, everything is just so heightened. Their sensitivity is so heightened. Their emotions are so heightened. Their fears, paranoia is heightened. But on top of that, their hearing, their eyes, their eyesight, and they're awakening from the dead. You see that? They're awakening from the dead. Waking up at 3 a.m. Waking up at 2 a.m. Waking up during those hours of high spirit activity, which honestly to me is 2 to 5. And depending on where you are, it could be earlier or later because of what you call that thing, sunlight. So it's basically 2 to 5 to me. And for some people, it could be even 5:36. Having spirits come to you and give you messages. Guys, I have been having so much messages, and it just keeps, like, my thing is, my issue, I'm being honest, this is my experience. I'll have so many things come to me all at once, but then it leaves me, and I feel like it's like my brain trying to process all that information that's coming to me. I have a lot of information that's coming to me. My brain is processing it, so I'm not going to immediately get it. But I feel like I don't worry about that because I'm like, I know I'm going to get it. If my brain already sensed it, if my brain already listened, my subconscious already listened to a lot of these informations coming in, especially when I'm awakening, like from bed, my brain is going to put stuff together and I'm going to have like this enlightenment. I forgot what the word is, but I keep getting epiphanies. I have so many epiphanies, bro. And I should be journaling because I should journal. But I feel like this is part of my journal. So if I have an epiphany and the next time I have an epiphany, I'm just going to film. Because I feel like YouTube is my journal. So many epiphanies, bro. So many messages from the universe. So many messages from me. My inner self. My higher self. Okay, and I feel like my ego, like I said, my ego is not as drastic because I could tell the difference between my ego and my higher self. Which is, if you need help, ego is all about fear. Higher self is all about peace. Peace in everything. Peace in every single thing, bro. Peace in everything. I have some money that I owe. I'm not worried. I'm not worried because I have inner knowing and peace, and I don't have any fear. I understand that I'm an abundant being. There are trees all around me, bro. The next thing would be high inner guidance. You do things just because, like, it comes to you. You'll do something, and then after that, you'll see, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful I did this. Like, I just did it naturally, right? Let's say, this is a stupid one, right? But let's say you decide not to go to a party. Okay, this is better. Let's say you decide not to go to a party, right? And you really wanted to, but something just told you, I don't want to anymore. And come to find out, everybody at that party got sick. Food poisoning. Something small. They got food poisoning, and you were like, oh my gosh, thank God I didn't go. Something was telling me not to go. But I didn't know what it was, and now I know. It's like you saw the future. You saw the future before it even happened. Okay? Once again, you have easier connection to your ancestors. I don't know, my ancestors tried to speak to me last night, and I didn't really understand the message. But I understand that I will understand it later. I feel like right now it's not time for me to understand, but I'm going to look back at this message and be like, oh, I get it now. So if you get messages and you don't understand them now, understand it's meant for a future. It's meant for your future. It's meant for your future self. When your future self goes through stuff, and then you can look back and be like, oh, epiphany moment. Okay? Also, once again, back to the money. I'm really detached from materialism right now. I am. I'm detached from materialism. I'm more in tune with nature. I'm more in tune with my home. I'm not really into all the flashy shit. I'm really not. The next thing I would say would be, I have my book right here because I have so many things in my mind right now. So I would say the next thing would be clarity. I don't know if I already said this, but if you're not in the beginning of your spiritual awakening, but after, I would say during this third eye opening, you have a lot of clarity. I think I already spoke about that, right? But you get it. Your body forces you to have clarity, once again. And this brings inner peace and detachment, because you realize that you are so having a human experience, bro. None of this, life does not matter besides obviously perception. Life is just life. Life is, I have glitter on my nose. Life is. So you have detachment to a lot of things, situations that might make you not feel peace, make you not feel happiness, make you not feel calm. Now, I wanted to give you some crystals. I know some people are not really into crystals, but hey, if you are, I just wanted to give you some tips. Black obsidian would be perfect. One of the perfect crystals during this awakening. Obviously, we have the number one thing, which would be the third eye crown crystal, which is amethyst. Obviously, I would say clear quartz. I don't know where my clear quartz is though. But smoky quartz would be great as well during this time. Journal during this time. Okay, whether it's videos, whether it's actual writing. Sometimes I do both. I don't force myself to journal if I don't feel like it. Whenever I feel called to, I do it. Another thing would be meditation. There's different forms of meditation. Walking. I don't really like to walk outside. Talking to trees, looking outside, looking at a blank wall, looking at the sky, or simple meditation, guided meditations from YouTube. Those would be very helpful during this phase of your life. And yeah, that's basically my story. That's basically what I have to share to the world. Okay. And hopefully this finds the right people. It should. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe. I probably have more epiphanies coming soon. More things to share about my story. And I'll see you again. Adios.